Hi, psychic medium Danielle Garcia with your energy forecast for the week. This is for the week of October 26th. Can you believe it? We are almost through the whole month of October. Wow, it seems like it was just here and now it's just going out, but yet kind of feels like it's dragged on, right? Or is that just me? Mercury in retrograde can really seem or really make me feel like time kind of slows down and just feels kind of, I don't know, just really slow. Sometimes slow and deliberate. Sometimes like you're walking through tar. But anyways, let's tap into those energies. How's everybody feeling? The Schumann Resonance, holy cow, that thing's just been spiking like crazy this last week, right? Lots of people with sleep issues over and over and over and over again. So when we find that starts happening, where we've got these energy flare-ups with the Schumann resonance, it's always a good idea to do your grounding practice. Lots of inhalations, a lot of breathing exercises, helping us to release those tensions. Energy is energy is energy. And we reside on Mother Earth. So when Mother Earth starts changing her vibe and changing her energy, of course we're going to react. And those of us that are empaths and sensitives, well, we're going to freak out a little bit more so than the average Joe, so to speak, right? So hydration, grounding, breathing, energetic movement is super awesome during flares like that. So think yoga, long walks, qigong, tai chi, something along those lines can really, really help us just to balance out. The closer that we get to All Hallows Eve, Halloween as it is called, the thinner the veil will get. I've seen a lot more spirits, both good and bad, over this last week. So my vibe and my gut's telling me I'm just going to have more of the same. For those of us that have the ability to sense spirit, which I believe we all do, some of us are just more conscious of it than others. It's a good reminder for us to be in our good habits, right? If something doesn't feel right, it's not. If something feels wrong, it is. Trust your gut, trust your gut, trust your gut. It doesn't mean that you have to be on high alert for the big, bad, dark, and ugly. It just means that, make sure that your awareness is up to snuff. Make sure that you're doing your shielding practice. Make sure that you're doing your protection practice. Make sure that you're balancing things out. If you suddenly feel your mood shift and change, if you suddenly feel something going on physically, do a check-in. Ask your higher self, is this mine? Is this something else? What do I need to do to release this? Is this positive? Is this negative? How is my body reacting? Be consciously aware, because there's lots and lots and lots of energies going on this week. Communication is the theme of this week. Oh, yeehaw, especially super wonderful during Mercury in retrograde, right? Because that's usually when communication can get out of balance and off kilter. So this week's theme, communication, it's not just how we communicate with other people. It's how are we communicating with Source? How are we communicating with our higher self? How are we communicating with our bodies, with our cellular structure? How are we communicating with animals? How are we communicating with Mother Earth? How are we communicating with the universe? How are we communicating with energies? So vibration is vibration is vibration. Our thoughts make impact on everything around us. If we're high vibe, if we're low vibe, if we're even kilter, whatever that is, that sets the tone for our communication. So really take a look and evaluate how you're communicating. Are you communicating clearly? Think about how you're communicating with your physical body. If you're sitting here griping about, I feel like crap, but you're taking in your third Snickers bar and it's your fourth cup of coffee for the day, how do you think your body is perceiving that communication of what you're ingesting? So just evaluate that, take a look at it. This is a good time to break old habits when it comes to communication. This is a good time to release things that have not served your highest, greatest good in regards to communication and relationships. This is also a great time to adopt new practices, to heal old wounding, to cut energetic cords and threads with communication efforts and energies that haven't panned out so well before. With this week's theme of communication, you can also get triggered in regards to old behaviors and old patterns that might flare back up again. Just to kind of show you, hey, how's this working? This is something that doesn't feel so great, doesn't feel so wonderful. It's time to cut those cords, send it packing, kick it to the curb, and have it move the heck on. So have that awareness that communication is going to be even a larger theme than it normally is in Mercury retrograde. And that has a lot to do with the other 4 planets that are in retrograde, as well as the new moon coming in. So yes, not new moon, sorry, full moon. Oh, they're already kicking my ass, correcting me. Gotta have my moon phases straight, right? We have a full blue moon coming in on Halloween on Saturday. We all know how the moon's energy, kind of puts people in a little bit of batshit crazy mode when it turns full. So interestingly enough, we have a portal opening up to the veil. The veil's getting thinner for Halloween. We got a big blue moon coming in and Mercury retrograde. Something to think about, right? Again, it doesn't mean that we have to be scared or in fear that the monsters are going to come out or anything like that. It's just being aware. So, full blue moon on Halloween night. What are your plans? What are you going to do? This is a great time for manifestation of what you want for the rest of the year. How do you want things to play out? This is also a wonderful, wonderful time this week for clearing and cleansing. Great time to clear your home, great time to clear your business, and yes, even think about clearing your vehicle. Think about how much time we spend in our cars, right? The conversations that we have, the influences that we have, bad traffic, interactions, altercations, people cutting you off, great moods, listening to your tunes, car dancing, and all the 9. We express a lot, we release a lot, we experience a lot in our cars. And many times people forget to clear their cars. And I'm not talking about just cleaning out the fast food trash from your car. I'm talking about bringing the sage out. I'm talking about putting some cool high vibe crystals in place. Think about doing that this week because it's a great, great time for clearing, cleansing, and purging. If you do all that before the full moon and then you start setting intentions on the full moon, you're setting yourself up for clear success. When we don't do the clearing and purging and then we do our manifestation, rituals, rites, ceremony, intentions, affirmations, and so on and so forth, it's just a little bit bumpier. It's just a little bit heavier. It's not as easy to get to the end result. So think about clearing, cleansing, releasing. Clearing your home, clearing your business. You can do that with sage, Palo Santo, holy water, whatever your thing is. There's so many different ways to clear. And if you need any help with that, you can always check out my Facebook page. Look under notes. I've written a whole article years and years and years ago about space clearing. Super easy, super simple, and wonderfully powerful. What else do they want me to say? Lots and lots of dreams this week. And because of this energy coming through, because of Halloween and the veil being so thin, don't be surprised if you're getting dreams from loved ones on the other side this week. This is a wonderful opportunity for visitation for them. Alrighty, so card draw. I am pulling from the Halloween Oracle by Stacey DeMarco, one of my favorite decks to use this time of year. I really love Halloween. It's one of my favorite holidays and always has been. So I really enjoy the vibe of this deck. I highly recommend it for anyone who wants something a little different when it comes to oracle cards. Ooh. Wow, that sounded weird. Eternal love. Love is love is love. And it transcends physical death. Eternal love. Interesting that they made sure that I spoke about that loved ones from the other side. This is a great opportunity this week with the energies that are opening up. Okay, fly out of my hand, why don't you? For them to make visitations. So when I pull this card right after that message, this is a confirmation for me. Be expecting it. And if there's someone in particular on the other side that you'd like a message from, open your heart to that. Open your mind to that. Ask for it before you go to sleep at night. The next card, the lamp, remembrance. What a beautiful card. Check this one out. Remembrance. To me, when I feel this card, it's remembrance of spirit. It's remembrance of connection. It's also remembrance of the light. No matter how dark the journey gets, no matter the tragedy, no matter the trauma, no matter the pain, overwhelm, frustration, or misinformation, they're making me choke. There's always light. Wow, I really love forecast day, don't you? And let's see what this last card is going to be. It popped out of the deck. Black cat. Fortune meets opportunity. Ooh, black cat. Look at those eyes. Step into the mystery. See through the darkness. Allow your magical self to come forward. And enjoy the playfulness. Enjoy the playfulness of the holiday. Enjoy the spookiness of it. Enjoy the adventure. Remember what it's like to be a child on Halloween and the playfulness and the excitement and the adventure. Bring all of those vibes into this week. I know it's not going to quite be the Halloween that we're used to because of the pandemic and so on and so forth. But there can still be a lot of joy, a lot of playfulness, and a lot of happiness if we set that intention forward. Have a beautiful, wonderful week. Enjoy that incredible blue moon. And I hope that your loved ones visit you from the other side.